After journeying with my buddy Stefan through Romania and Hungary, we have our eyes headed north as we travel via rail from Budapest to Bratislava. Just a few hours later, we arrive in this vibrant capital.
This street's pretty clean, it's got elegance, and it's also got Stefanium.
Slovakian home right here, bro. This is my Slovakian home, bro.
I guess this is one of those nudist parks.
But perhaps that's dependent on the president. I mean, that statue, it's pretty risky, pretty risque.
We have a friend with the last name Varga. Cool. Stefan's tour book says that Bratislava is a good mix of new, old, and older. This square is a good description of that, and I'd have to agree with them. They are quite right.
When walking across the street, you won't be confronted with heaps of traffic, but it's a good idea to look both ways anyhow. One of my personal highlights from Bratislava was simply walking around. It felt fresh and there's plenty to keep your eyes and brain occupied. Once again, we have a language barrier. Stefan's Hungarian and Romanian skills are no longer going to be put to much use, even though 11% of the population here in Slovakia do speak Hungarian. But we have noticed that there's a tremendous amount of English, so I don't think that it's going to be much of a difficulty. Looking over the old town is Bratislava Castle. We take a short walk up for a closer inspection. As different empires, kingdoms, and rulers reigned over the lands that are modern-day Slovakia, different settlements and structures have occupied this hillside. The one that sits here currently is pretty gnarly. Like, far out, man. And 85 meters below, the Danube River, Europe's second longest, flows towards Budapest. On top of this city's newest landmark bridge, a restaurant stares across at the castle. I started to get those tingly feelings while overlooking the city. I became very fond of it during my short visit. I like how the transition between the communist sort of era to modern democracy has really shaped the architecture, the buildings. There is quite a bit of old stuff and new stuff. We saw out in the distance this one area where every single building was the same, and that's pretty indicative of the communist era.
I did find a cultural difference between British Columbia and here in Bratislava, Europe. Open markets.
This Christmas market certainly satisfied some deep desires I had, particularly in the department of cuisine. Oh, what I would give for some of those tasty treats. Scrumptious snacks and sausagey sandwiches right now. Oh man, I think I need to go get something to eat. This is torture. Look at that thing. No.
This open market is spectacular, and I don't think that we have enough of them in BC, which is definitely point one for Europe. Strudel, anyone?
No.
You had such a big string of saliva come out. That was rad. This looks delicious. There we go.
And with that amazing bite, my time here was over.
Tell me when it's good.
Alright, well, we're back at that square at nighttime. We're using Stefan's phone to film this time because I didn't want to carry everything around on my backpack. But we'll see you tomorrow again because we're going to be on the road. And we're going to the Czech Republic, to Prague, but tonight we're going to just learn some culture and really take it into our hearts and brains.